Alright, so this is going to be my most difficult match review I've ever done on the channel because this match wasn't even televised. It was played behind closed doors. But from everything I was able to gather, there was a few things that we learned from this match that I felt was worth a discussion to be had to do a match review. So without further ado, this is going to be your guys' match review for Iran's 2-0 win over Mali as one of their final preparation matches to the start of the 2026 World Cup. Firstly, it's crazy to think that we are so close to the start of the 2026 World Cup, and this was possibly our last or one of our last friendlies before our match against New Zealand. Bonkers. As I said, with all the information that is public to all of us from this match, I think there's a few talking points to be had that I felt was worth doing a video from this match. But before we get into it, boys and girls, we are oh so close to 6,000 subscribers, and I gotta set a new goal that we need to try to hit 7,000 subscribers by the end of the World Cup. So if you're a big fan of Asian football, the Iranian national team, or just want to see this Iranian bloke yap about football on the internet, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on this video, and drop your guys' thoughts on everything we discuss. And even though we weren't able to watch the match, your thoughts on everything you saw across the internet on this match. So the first thing that I thought was a little bit concerning, but in the end it didn't really matter, was Iran's starting lineup. Seeing the likes of Mughalu, Nemati, all starting for possibly our last friendly match ahead of the World Cup really makes me concerned on what Amir Khalenoui is gonna do in that first match against New Zealand. And seeing those type of faces this close to the start of the World Cup, please, Amir Khalenoui, do not be starting Mughalu in a World Cup match. A lot of people thought that Dennis Eckert was going to be starting in this game because everything that we heard, this was going to be Eckert's first ever match for Team Melli. But from everything that we know, he didn't feature in the match. A hunch that I and a few of my friends within this circle think that may have been the case was Eckert was coming off of a minor injury. He's still not fully match fit. So Amir Khalenoui is just not going to risk it. Let him get that match fitness back up and not risk a possibility of him getting hurt in this friendly before the World Cup. So there is a possibility where Eckert's first ever Iranian national team appearance is in the World Cup. And if that was actually the thought process, because again, this is just us theorizing, I could understand why he didn't play him in the match against Mali. So if that is the case, I will wholeheartedly put my hands up and say, you know what, Amir Khalenoui, I'll give you some grace there. The next big thing was Iran won the match 2-0, scoring multiple goals, holding a clean sheet. I know on paper, a lot of people might not think Mali is that great of a national team, but they had a decent run in AFCON, making it to the knockout rounds, only to be knocked out by eventual champions Morocco by a slim 1-0 margin. On top of that, they didn't play with a rotated lineup, unlike what we saw in the match against Gambia. They played with their full strength squad. And the fact that we were able to keep a clean sheet, you know, kind of surprised me a little bit. Obviously, there's a big asterisk behind it because none of us were able to see the match. Who knows, maybe somebody across the internet will post the highlights, but nonetheless, they were able to get a clean sheet, which is very rare for us recently under Amir Khalenoui. And for all of you that may not know, the goals were scored by Saeid Ezatolahi and Ramin Rezaeian, where Ezatolahi scored a header off a corner from Saman Qudus, and Rezaeian scored off of a rebound after Haj Safi shot from a counter attack. Big shout out to Erfan for giving us that info. And my biggest takeaway with that little bit of surface level information that we were able to gather from this game is, my goodness, how does Ramin Rezaeian keep doing this? How does he keep getting away with it? He is yet again in crazy good form and is performing very well for Iran right before the World Cup. He's doing it yet again. And he is really making a huge claim to be the starting right back going into the match against New Zealand, because the biggest emphasis in that first match against New Zealand is we must score, put the pressure on New Zealand, try to win, and not only that, try to win by a multiple goal margin. Not again saying that New Zealand is a pushover, because I'm still worried about going into that game. They have plenty of players that can kill us on the counterattack, expose our very fragile defense, but a guy like Ramin Rezaeian might add a different dimension to our attack from that right-hand flank. And that's not a bad thing for a team that we have already just recently seen is very fragile as well defensively. Many of you were sending me the scoreline of them getting thumped 4-0 against Haiti. I'm not putting much stock into it. We have seen countless national teams that we have played in World Cups have bad bad performances, and they still beat us. But it does show if you really put yourselves in great attacking positions and expose New Zealand's maybe defensive cracks, you could score multiple goals. So I'm going to give my hats off to Ramin Rezaeian. I didn't think he should have been in the fold going into this World Cup, but I think our right back situation is actually quite good. I think Yousefi looks really good. I think Rezaeian looks really good. Poor Hardani should be the odd man looking in. I think Rezaeian and Yousefi should be our two go-to right backs for this tournament. Yousefi being a little bit more pacier, a little bit more youthful, and a little bit more defensively stable compared to Rezaeian, who can add another dimension to our lackluster possible offense, because outside of Taremi, Eckert, and Eckert's still an unknown quantity in himself because we haven't seen him play. He's never played for the national team still. There isn't really that many great striker options. But that's pretty much everything I have to say from this game because it was played behind closed doors. But I felt all of these things were worth at least a review. It's good talking points leading into the World Cup, as this could possibly be my last review before the start of the absolutely nerve-wracking for all of us Iranians 2026 World Cup. But as I always say at the end of every single video, boys and girls, my opinion only matters so much. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. As I said, we are just a couple subscribers away from 6K subs, so make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and let's try to hit 7K subs now that the World Cup is about to start. By the end of it, we can reach that goal, so make sure to subscribe, smash a like button on this video, drop your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, don't stop watching now, as I have countless other fantastic videos across my channel. So click over here as the YouTube algorithm specifically recommended this video for you all to watch next, and click over here as I post content weekly on the channel and you don't want to miss it. But boys and girls, I hope you'll have a lovely day.